Itinerary Downloader is an extension for the WP Travel Engine plugin to generate the itinerary PDF. It helps include various content of the trip to create an offline, quick accessible trip detail brochure file to help you get updated and plan every moment of your trip. This one-stop travel companion add-on helps you access the most important necessary details about the trip. In this video, I will show you how to install and configure Itinerary Downloader add-on. Let's get started. First, you need to log in to your WordPress admin dashboard. Navigate to Plugins and click on Add New. Click on Upload Plugin. Click on Choose File. Select the zip file that you downloaded. Click on Open. Click on Install Now. Click on Activate Plugin. The Itinerary Downloader add-on has now been successfully installed and activated. Next up, go to WP Travel Engine, select Plugin License and click on it. Enter the license key that you received during the download of the add-on. Your license key looks something like this. Click on Save Changes. Click on Activate License. The license has now been activated. After activating the plugin license, you will receive regular updates from our team. Now, let's configure the Itinerary Downloader add-on. Again, from under WP Travel Engine, go to Settings, go to Extensions, select Itinerary Downloader. The first option is to enable the Itinerary Downloader. You can enable or disable the Itinerary Downloader globally from here, which means the Itinerary Downloader will be applied to all of the trips that you have created. Let's enable the option, then there are other options. We will come back to these later on. First, let's go to PDF Content Settings. In this setting, you can configure various sections and fields that will be added in generating the PDF. You will find various fields and sections. You just have to fill out the required details and informations, and all of these information will be shown in the PDF that will later be generated. So the first option is to add in the company custom logo. Click on Add Image. Then you can select the company logo. Click on Select. Then you can add in the short company description. You can add in a small information about your travel company here. You can add in the Email Us label. This is the default label. If you want to change it, you can simply remove it, then type in the label of your choice. You can also add in the company email address. You can also add in the company location address label. I'm going to add it as head office. Then you can add in the company location address. You also get the option to select the PDF-based color theme. Simply click on Select Color option. Then you can select different colors from the palette. You can move around the pointer and the slider to get the color of your choice. You can also add in the hex value. For this PDF, I will add in the hex value. Then you can add in the company telephone number. You can also enable or disable the Talk to Expert section. If you want to allow your visitors to be able to talk to an expert can be anyone, someone they can reach out to if they have any issues, then you can enable this option. You can add in the Talk to Company Expert label from here. This is the default label. I'm going to leave it as it is right now. Then you can also add in the expert email. You can add in the expert avatar image. Select the image of your choice and click on Select, which will then be displayed here. That you can also add in the export telephone number. You can also enable the Viber contact and the WhatsApp contact if the contacts are available. Then, if you want to add company information page background image to the PDF, you can click on Add Image, then select the image of your choice. Now click on Save and Continue. Let's go to our front end and let's go to Trips. Let's open the first trip and you will see the itinerary downloader has been generated. It has been added to our trips and it is also downloadable. If your visitors click on the Download PDF button here, the PDF will be downloaded, and upon opening it, it appears something like this. This is the logo that we added earlier, and this is the itinerary. This is the information that we added, the address, the company email, and the number as well. Here is the itinerary. Here is the information about the company, the description that we added, the location, the expert image, the Talk to Expert label, the Viber and the WhatsApp contact details, as well as the expert phone number. Let's go back to our dashboard. Now there is one more option, that is to include or exclude the particular PDF content. If you want to also add trip fixed date availability section into PDF, then you can enable this option. So right now the trip fixed starting dates plugin is not yet activated. So what I will do is click on Save and Continue to save all of the changes that we have made so far. I will go to Plugins and let's open Installed Plugins in the new tab. Scroll down. Here is the trip fixed starting dates. I will activate this for a while. Now let's go back to our settings and I will enable this option. Click on Save and Continue. Let's go back to our trip and let's give it a refresh. Okay, this trip does have the trip fixed starting dates available. Now if you click on the Download PDF button once again, here is the downloaded PDF. Open it. And here, the trip fixed starting dates information have now been added to our PDF. Let's go back and let's start exploring other settings. You can enable pop-up email form from here. If you enable this option, let's click on Save and Continue. Let's go back to our trip. Give it a refresh. Now before we enabled the email pop-up, as soon as we clicked on the download button, the PDF was directly being downloaded. Now after activating the email pop-up, if you or let's say your visitors click on the download PDF button, they will be asked to fill in their email address in order to download the itinerary PDF. Let's go back. Another option is to enable MailChimp. If you enable this option, it will allow to add the email address entered in the form to the MailChimp list. If it is not enabled, the user will be sent the itinerary PDF in the email and there will be no MailChimp action. In order for MailChimp to work, you will have to get the API key that you can generate with the help of this link. After getting the API key, you have to add it into the field here. You can change the label settings, you can change the download button as well as the download button main description labels from here. these are the labels that are showing here. If you want to change it, then you can do that from here. Then you can also change the pop-up form main label and pop-up form main description from here. So, while the email pop-up is enabled, this is the message that shows you can change the labels from here. Then you can also enable or disable the user consent checkbox. This is the user consent checkbox. If you wish to disable it, you can disable it from here. Then upon clicking save and continue, go back and give your site a refresh. Again, click on download PDF and the user consent checkbox is not there anymore. Let's go back. If you choose to enable the user consent checkbox, you can change the user consent info that was showing earlier in the email pop-up from here. Then you can also make the user content checkbox required or mandatory in order to continue for your visitors to download the itinerary downloader by enabling this button. Then we have the email settings. When you enable the pop-up email form, which will result in the email form being shown here to your users. Upon adding their email address and clicking on send to email, they will be sent the itinerary downloader in the mail that they add over here. So back to the settings. The email settings is for the email that you send to your users who have signed up to receive the itinerary downloader in their email addresses. You can add in the reply to email address here. You can add in the email subject and the email body message. After you are finished making all of the changes, please don't forget to click on save and continue. Let's go back to the site and let's give it a one last refresh before we end the video. And this is how it looks like. If you have any questions or confusions, please do let me know in the comment section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team. I have added the link to creating support ticket in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in our next video.